Oh
What's that
shit, we
noise?
are live.
What up?
What's good, bro?
What's going on?
Shit,
What
nothing.
is the deal?
Tonight we're gonna do an open show. I call it an open show. I throw that link in the comments. If anybody hears
Sure.
something we saying and want to add on to it or dispute anything, hit that link, join the show. Tonight we having a good old open show. You feel me?
Definitely
Open,
come through.
open, open. Pause. No diddy.
No
Uh,
diddy.
or no freaky. I just put up a video from Kodak Black Live. This crazy dude is he put up 100
Yeah, what was up with
bands.
that?
You seen that?
No, yeah, I mean, I was gonna click on it, and I was like,
A hundred
I'll
thousand
check in
dollars
a
for a
minute.
friend to jump off the balcony and land. Like he could have really hurt himself. I mean, 100,000 is a lot of money, but that shit is
A
funny to
hundred
me.
racks, bro. I'll throw myself off a three-story building for 100. You fucking bugging, bro.
It was like it looked like probably like I don't know, probably like 10 feet
Like
or something
20
high.
feet.
Yeah, 8 or 10 feet.
That ain't shit, bro. That ain't shit.
You right. I probably would have been scared, but I might have had to do it. 100 bands, that ain't nothing that
That's
go
10.
against
That's 10
anything.
racks for every foot you fall. Give me a break. That's
And
crazy.
if he wasn't my friend, then I'll sue him if I hurt myself after. I'll take the
Oh
hundred
yeah.
bands and then wait a month and then sue him. Sorry, grimy life. I'm just playing.
Hell yeah. No, that's exactly what the fuck would go down. You kidding me? I'll fucking beat you to death. And try not to pay me on that shit. Especially I throw myself off a second floor for no reason. You bugging.
That's another level of I don't know what Kodak doing. You can't call. I don't know if you call that clout chasing on Kodak part because he got all the
Nah,
clout, but
man,
it's just
that's just the young brother who's got a bunch of money just having fucking fun, fucking around. And putting one of his boys on at the same time. Probably would have given him 100 just for the fuck of it anyway, but this time it was worth the
Hey,
content.
yeah, you're right. You hit it on the nail because we do dumb shit. Like when I was locked up in jail in the county out in California, not in prison, but the county. My boy 7'5", Glenn, his name. He was the like the key holder, and I was his right hand man. So we
All
ran
right.
for the black car and everything else. So we had a lot of treats and snacks and all that type of stuff. So one day we playing cards or whatever, and this dude he wanted some snacks from us. He wanted to eat something. I forgot what it was, a little cake or some little trinket. And my boy 7'5" foul ass talk about we poured out 2 packets of sugar and we said you sniff both of these sugars up in your nose and you will get it will give you so his foul ass we made him sniff the 2 packs of sugar for the Twinkies in jail and he was just we do dumb shit. That's my point. Just for our own
Yeah.
entertainment.
No, there's these videos. There's these videos that I always see. It's like when my girlfriend thinks I'm out cheating, and it's like what I'm really doing, and it shows like a couple dudes like tackling a shark off a boat, or fucking like playing joust on BMX bikes. Like they're not out cheating, bro. They're doing dumb ass shit with their friends. Like we're not like that.
Yeah, for sure. I figured that was post worthy though, because I thought I was recording it live. I thought the boy was gonna jump off and really hurt himself. He said he crushed his
It looked
testicles, but
the
he didn't
picture. The
really break
picture
no
looked
legs.
like the picture looked like someone was getting their ass beat or something, and I was like, I don't. I was like, this
That,
looks negative, and I don't really like looking at it right now.
yeah, that was a clickbait picture. But yeah, it was still bad though. He jumped off, hurt himself. His dumb ass.
It's for 100 bands though. Hell yeah, good for him. That's a come up, bro. That's not 10 racks. That's 100 bands right there. That's changing shit.
It's true. That's
You
life
get a
saving
house with
shit.
that. Yeah, you get a house with that. You can open a business with that. You can do a lot with 100 grand. 10 grand ain't
Oh,
shit. No, I'll fucking spend 10 grand before I even leave my house.
oh,
Before I even
10
get in the
grand ain't shit.
shower.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
blew that,
I'll
man.
spend that on my phone in 5 minutes.
When we came on, you was bumping that Kendrick, that K dot. That shit hard, right? Which
Bro,
one is that? Oh,
whacked out murals.
Whacked Out Murals. I like that one, and I
Yeah,
like Swallow Up. But people don't realize Kendrick was signed to Top Dog when he was like 18 years
like
old.
16. Yeah,
He's
something young.
he's 42 now because he's born in
Yeah,
1980. I know because I was born in 81. So can
he
you
came. He had a
imagine?
feature. He had a feature on Eminem's album in 2012. They
Can
did
you
the Game of
imagine the
Love.
grooming? Oh my God. This is I think a lot of people just don't, give him the credit or the label the
He's
credit. Top Dog, real
his name has
grooming.
been his name has been ringing bells, like you said, since he was like 18, 20 years old. You know what I mean? Like he's been around for the past 20 some odd years, and people know him and know the name. They might not know his music, but it turns out you actually do fucking know his music. Like
You
his
do.
catalog's pretty
If you
decent.
think about it, you're gonna know something. Whether it's swimming
Absolutely,
pools or bitch don't kill my
absolutely.
vibe or whatever the fuck. You know, but
Bitch, don't kill
the
my
thing is his
vibes.
career was built so crazy and so perfect. It's amazing. You gotta look at Top Dog in this situation. Cause he came like this, just like how we doing, from the super bottom, so where you
Yep,
could build it up right. When them
yep,
dudes come out with the one hit wonders or they come out just blazing, you already know what's gonna happen. Ain't nowhere to go but down. Look at
yep,
Designer. He had the biggest fucking single out. He was sought after by every label. He's the biggest ever with that. I got
yep.
bras in Atlanta. That one song, that Panda. And look where he
I,
is now, jerking off on the airplane like a freak. I'm just saying. No, that's a
Pause.
fact. Pause. But
That's a fact.
they built this dude Kendrick up the right way, bro. This is crazy, and I don't think
And
Drake really appreciate that either. He tried to play him because I seen an interview back in the day when Drake was talking about when Kendrick's control verse when he said I'm the king of
yeah,
something and it went crazy all around the world, and Drake was like, yeah, y'all talked about that then, but who's really talking about that now? He had a pompous attitude about himself and really
yeah,
didn't understand
dismissive of the concept.
dismissive. And I
Yeah,
know that's what I didn't realize that before, but now I realize that's what sparked that flame in Kendrick ass too. Like, oh, I hate this motherfucker. He
yeah,
really want to
because
play me.
he completely denied Kendrick's like claim, and it's like, oh, who the fuck are you, bro? Like, I'm gonna flame you the fuck out now. First off, you're from Toronto. I don't want to hear it from you. Like, it's
Yeah,
kind of
let's
easy to
start with
go in
that.
on. I mean, it's easy to go in on Aubrey, fucking half white boy. He was on Nickelodeon. Like, you've been a star. You a bitch. You bitch made. You Kellogg. You're fucking. You're pop culture, bro. Like, get the fuck out of the rap game. You don't belong here. You're an imposter, and you're just stealing all his money up.
It been like that for a second in his career, if you remember. But then he fought his way through that and became, what a lot of people argue like fuck that because I was on the phone a big conference call with my boys in Cali. A lot of people argue they say Drake just made the right connections. That's why he there. But no, I say Drake
I
had to
would
make some
say
people.
around the right people. He put himself around strong people for sure, and he put himself around some mobby type people, so he looked tough. And it's not that difficult to write hard. You
Yeah,
know what
but
I
I'm
mean?
talking
Like,
about like even doing albums with people like 21 Savage that gave him a look. Doing songs for these all the new people that was hot like Little
of
Baby to
course.
fucking.
But I'm saying, like, what it just so happens that like one of the best rappers out there is also one of the best looking guys out in the game too. It's like that's come on. These people are
Hey
put in
yo,
position.
what?
Yo, give me a break. Like,
I'm
it
just
just so
playing.
happens that all the best singers out there and the best actors and actresses or actors, I don't refer to females as actresses, I refer to them as actors regardless, but all the best ones just happen to be the most beautiful people out there. Like, that's such
Yeah, that's not
bullshit, you know what
true.
I mean? Like,
Lil Wayne, y'all say Lil Wayne is the best rapper alive. Y'all say Jay Z is the best.
that's well, speaking of, I mean,
Jay Z
wow,
look
we're
like a
going off in a lot
camel.
of different ways, but like, yo, Kendrick awoke the beast. Potentially this could be bad.
Jay Z look like a camel.
He look
What do we
crazy.
call it? Lil Wayne look like a little. I don't know what he looked like, but it ain't
Wayne the
super.
Gremlin.
He looked crazy like a gremlin. Kendrick do look like an actual pipsqueak. If
He's so
there's
tiny. He's so
really,
little, bro. He's so little.
I'm just saying, like you saying, no, the most no, it ain't true with hip hop because it's like you gotta be hot. You gotta. Oh, I mean, I guess to get up to Drake level, I guess you gotta look a certain way because he
There's
had all the
plants.
clubs and
There's
all
plants.
the.
Look at Ice Spice. Ice Spice comes out, and then all of a sudden she's out with the Kardashians doing video spots and this, that, the third. Like, she's getting the nod from all these heavy hitters in the industry off of one fucking song that was mostly like just, synth and fucking mixed. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people who get planted in this industry for sure. Drake is absolutely an easy plant. He's a childhood star. Like, he had a vibe. He went to Miami. He went to the U, so that's different. Like, he comes with a different style for sure, which I give him credit for. Like, his music was hard, but like that doesn't mean he had anything to do with it. I'm not saying he didn't, but I'm saying they can build up a fucking rapper, especially if any genre of music's going to get someone put in there who doesn't belong there, it's rap music because you're not playing an instrument, and you can use auto tune. Like, you don't
Right
really,
for him.
You don't need a lot. Yeah, you don't need a lot of musical talent to be a rapper. You can have all the musical talent in the world. I'm not saying they don't, but I'm saying you don't need it. You know, like it's a little harder to put someone in a fucking rock and roll band who's a front. They need a talent.
Yeah.
They need to be able to play an instrument. It's different.
They was playing some content from Most Def on something I was watching, and he said some things towards Drake back in the day, and a lot of people was like going at his neck, pause about what he said. He said Drake is a pop star. Drake
Yeah,
is
it's bubblegum. He's
a
bubblegum.
bubblegum, basically, yeah. And he said,
Yeah.
you know what's going to happen when the pillars start falling. What's going to happen? You feel me?
What happens to you
What
when the hood comes for the neck?
is this? What he's talking about? What's going on now? Because the shit been crumbling since Kendrick been on him. Since that
Yeah,
sticking
it's
to the
it's
code,
been
all these bitches from the streets.
it's
That was the beginning of a straight massacre. And you know, everybody say, "Yo, we never fuck with Kendrick." Yeah, I didn't either really like that. I ain't gonna lie. I
but
was
he's a West Coast rapper. That's different. He's a West Coast rapper. They haven't put him on the main stage that often. Like,
yeah,
but if you're
exactly.
but
Like, let's be
he's a
real here.
rapper's rapper. He's a
Let's
rapper's
be real
rapper.
here. New
Anybody who's
Yorkers don't
really into
fuck
the
with West
game,
Coast. They don't
no,
listen to
we
West
don't.
Coast rappers like they lyrical or nothing. But Kendrick, the only one that came close to it. And then now, for us to even say I don't really fuck with Kendrick, and like that says a lot for Kendrick because he's a West Coast. We don't even mention these West Coast because
Yeah,
honestly, y'all don't. Because I'm from the West Coast, so I know a lot of, you know what I mean. But like a real New
we
Yorker,
don't unless it's like Snoop or Dre. I'm like maybe YG. You know what I mean? Or like that's about it,
yeah.
bro. No, we don't be talking. That's why No Jumper kills me. It's like you're getting all these West Coast SoundCloud rappers that nobody gives a fuck about. Trust me, I really don't give a fuck about them.
But the thing is with him is a lot of those kids die, and then the interview goes on to be big, or the kids get locked up
I
and
get
shit.
it. I get it. I mean, his Triple X is crazy. Like he had the craziest interview with X. It went on millions. That shit was nuts.
Do you realize that Adam was like managing him at one point or something like that in the beginning?
I knew he had something to do with him. Was he managing him though, or was he just kind of
That,
giving him advice and shit?
well, I think I seen something. They said he was actually like managing him. That's crazy as
Oh, that's
fuck.
wild. I figured he might have been mentoring him a little bit, just giving him vision on the game and shit. But yeah, I mean, it's not like Adam's going to do it for free.
True that.
So I guess he's going to get some money out of it.
Well, Triple X back in the news now because and it's crazy as fuck because we talked about these big dudes, that think they bigger than the program. For lack of better terms, that's you think you're getting bigger than the program, like Diddy. You feel me? Like certain Diddy, for example, and then they come for you when you try to like Bill Cosby, even Michael Jackson. You feel me, Prince? When you try to take a certain stand and really own yourself for real, and you're a big hot commodity, but you want to control yourself. That's when them people come into play. I'm not saying that's what's going on now, but the Extensacion is back in the news, and all of my
Yeah.
favorite blogs is talking about it. And let's just watch a little bit of it because I really want to get into it, but let me just watch this one video so you'll see what I'm talking about.
I'm going to bring on Williams defense attorney Mauricio Padilla. Thank you so much for coming on, Mauricio. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for coming on right afterwards. So I wanted to talk about this with you, and we're going to get into more specifics of the appeal. But overall, big picture, big theme, what are you and the rest of the defense counsel arguing here?
Well, I am not arguing it. I'm not his appellate attorney. I was the trial counsel. So I'm just referencing what Mr. Patanzo, which is his appellate attorney, has stated in the brief. There's so many errors that it takes a while to even break it down. One of the main errors in my opinion in the case, which I had to sit through, argue, and live it, was the fact that in December of 2020, I filed a witness list. The state's reaction to that was to file a motion saying, we want the court to strike all of his witnesses, that's not even something that's legal or that you could do. You have to itemize who you want stricken. You just can't shotgun approach and say, I want all of his defense witnesses stricken. But the state attorney did that. In a hearing that I had to defend, myself in that motion, the court didn't grant that, but the court instructed me to file a pleading, which was the nexus in my defense witnesses and what nexus they had to my theory of defense, which I argued was inappropriate because at the end of the day, you're just you're ordering me to give the state a blueprint of what my defense is going to be. But I was ordered to do it, and I did it. When prior to Mr. Onfroy, which I'll refer to him as X for this interview because his stage name was XXXTentacion, which was the victim in this case. Prior to him being murdered, he had posted on Instagram, if anybody kills me, I'm snitching right now. It's Champagne Poppy. I'm paraphrasing, but something to that effect, right? So imagine the decedent said prior to his death, if anybody kills me, it's Champagne Poppy, which is Drake's Instagram name. I laid out in extreme detail all of my defense witnesses list, which included many rappers, because at the end of the day, the victim in this case was a rapper. He had feuds, ongoing public feuds with not only Drake, but a lot of rappers that are either signed to OVO or related to Drake in some way, including 600 Breezy, which is a Chicago-based rapper, and a rapper that's from Toronto by the name of, he goes by Top 5, which is Hassan Ali. And I had to lay that all out in detail. The court was fully aware of my theory of defense. Prior to that, I filed a motion to perpetuate the testimony of Livingston Allen, which goes by the name of DJ Akademiks, because DJ Akademiks was friends with X and had posted long YouTube, content regarding this beef. He actually posted YouTube saying that he was on the phone with X discussing the issue and the beef that he had with Drake, and specifically X had either said or posted something about Drake's mom, and he had posted a picture of a Drake lookalike with semen on his face, and he wanted DJ Akademiks to post it on his own site, and he said, I'm not going to do that. And in that conversation, DJ Akademiks says that you better be careful, because even though, and I'm paraphrasing again, even though he's not a gangster, you may be pushing him. As a reaction to that conversation, X goes and says that he takes it out off the post off of his website or off of IG, and he says that his Instagram was hacked. I laid that out in my motion to perpetuate the testimony, which a motion to perpetuate testimony is when you have a witness that is relevant to your defense and that lives beyond the jurisdictional limits of the court, and that you feel that you're not going to be able to bring them into court. So I'm basically asking the court to allow me to go to California or wherever I have to go, depose this individual, and now with his deposition, if he doesn't show up, I could use it in my defense or in my case in chief, right? So
now that's crazy, but my question is, like, why now are they able to, they feel emboldened to come back with it? I guess it's off of a pill. I understand that. And it goes all to saying, like, who's giving them that power right now? Who's behind this appeal? All this type of stuff. Because them kids they're in jail. Who's paying for their legal fees? You feel me? First of all,
yeah.
Let's get to that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I wonder who is paying for their legal fees. That's a good question.
That's crazy
That's
as
a
hell.
good question.
They got the appeal coming up, and that's why everybody all on these YouTube streets is saying this fucking lawsuit that Drake got against Universal. I'm getting the echo is that it's gonna come back and bite him in the ass, and he gonna be next like Diddy if he keep playing with them big boys. You feel me? Crazy ass details. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not saying I believe it, but I'm saying this is why they going crazy in these YouTube streets on Drake's neck.
I believe it's quite possible. I don't know if it's necessarily true, but I mean, it sounds plausible, especially when you watch other videos. There's a Trap Lord Ross video that's pretty good, pretty descriptive, and explains the situation pretty well. But
they hate each other, I think.
They definitely had problems, and Drake stole music from him. Flat out stole his fucking music. Flat out.
I mean, that flow was. I don't know. That flow was.
There's like 3 people that dropped the same fucking song over and over.
That's arguable. I don't know, but the bottom line is he disrespect Drake's mom, so that's automatic.
So
Obviously,
who the fuck is she? And who the fuck is Drake? Like, who the fuck are these
I'm
people?
talking
Like,
about Drake will be any man would be mad if he come at my mom. Basically, it don't matter all that.
understandable, understandable. But I'm just saying, like, like, it ain't crazy that he did that. Like, he could have done a lot worse.
No, let's get it right. XX is not an angel. He's a crazy little
That's
wild
what I'm
boy, a
saying.
rock
He's
star for
trouble,
real.
trouble.
Very talented. Damn, why
Sure.
is it an echo?
I don't hear it.
All right, well, yeah, very talented, but he's a rock star wild boy. He got he was in trouble for beating up his girl, holding her hostage, all
Yeah,
kind of crazy shit. So it's like he never know what type of threat he was to Drake. You feel me? Drake probably
he's a
like,
wild boy.
and he wasn't no slouch. He sold a lot of records. He was a big star. He wasn't a little dude in this game. You feel me?
That's for sure. That's for sure.
So I don't know, man. Let me play a little more of this dude because he says some shit that I didn't even really realize.
Because you couldn't expand upon this and introduce this. I want to move quickly past Drake and ask you a couple different questions about this appeal. Speaking about Detective Curcio, I understand that there's also an objection that your team has with him providing opinion testimony on cell phone data. Can you talk about that real quick, what the issue was with Detective Curcio there?
Okay, well, the issue is that Broward County did not list a forensic expert, okay? And they tried to put forth expert testimony through someone by the name of Campani and through Detective Curcio, and the court allowed them to give expert opinion as to locations of cell phones and things that are specifically left to experts, because when you list somebody as an expert, then that opens up the doors to discovery that we can take depositions of them and put us on notice to the specific details that they're going to testify to as an expert. That didn't happen in this case. And what they allowed was this individual named Campani. They allowed him to basically put forth expert testimony, and he put forth a visual aid that he had prepared a week prior to his testimony. Okay, we were ambushed with it, and there he basically put little dots where he testified where the cell phones were exactly, and they allowed Detective Curcio to also give that type of testimony. Now, Detective Curcio is extremely experienced. I'm not going to take that away from him, and this individual Campani as well. But just because you're experienced doesn't take away the obligation of Broward County to do things correctly. This is a murder case and a high-profile one at that.
There's a number of different other points that are raised in this appeal. There's things like allowing prior bad acts to come into this trial, allowing an out-of-court statement from defendant Newsom, which you argue was his Williams defense attorneys are saying was prejudicial. If you can, what's another big area of appeal? Is it any of those two that you really think could be problematic? Why your client? Well, again, I guess the idea is he deserves a new trial, right?
Yes, and the two things that you mentioned are pretty egregious. The one of the Newsom is really shocking. Like, they basically on redirect of Detective Curcio asked them questions and brought in a hearsay statement regarding a completely separate murder investigation that he says that he found without authenticating the cell phone, and basically said that Newsom had told somebody in some dating app or something that he had buried money in his house. And so the judge buried money, he could be catching life, and a really incriminating statement. But Detective Curcio didn't have to authenticate that. They didn't have to show what cell phone it came from. Basically, he just said, I saw this in another case. And the problem is that my client is sitting at the same table with this individual that now the court has allowed this, extremely prejudicial information to come in. So that was a humongous reversible error, in my opinion, that affected not only my client's case, but everybody that was sitting there at table, including all the co-defendants.
Moving forward, though, What can we expect in terms of a timeline of appeal? When will this be heard? When will this be decided? If a new trial is granted, how does that work? Because now it's about the timeline of events. What should we expect?
You know what? I don't practice appellate law, and those are questions that I don't really want to give misleading answers to.
Okay, fair enough.
So I'm not. I don't want to give the wrong answers regarding appellate. I don't really do appellate law, but at some point they're going to file a responsive brief, and I think that the court could invite. I think the way it is nowadays, the court can invite oral argument. When I first started.
I mean, he made good point about the forensic situation. You feel me? They didn't have a good. They let this cop make forensic decisions, and he's not an expert. That's crazy. But my thing is, this guy just clout chasing. Is he a loser? Because I seen Max B's lawyer. He was all on YouTube going crazy and all that, and we thinking, oh, Max B gonna beat this, whatever else. And they said he made the biggest mistakes by being all on YouTube, running his fucking mouth. Is this lawyer again? Broke ass, like not a real top. You think, oh, we gotta look this lawyer up. You feel me?
Well, like you said that this was his trial lawyer. This isn't his appeal lawyer. So he's speaking on something that's got nothing to do with him right now. So he's just free will talking. But yeah, like if you're a defense lawyer and you're out there before the case goes off and you're running your mouth about this, that, and the third, you're telling them what your fucking angle is, and you're telling them how to fucking come at you, how you're going to defend it. That's stupid business. Like don't tell your enemies what you're going to do.
But
that seems pretty basic, you would think.
He's saying
he's not, but in the other one they were. I mean, you can get a feel. You can get a feel for the idea of the strategy based on what someone's bitching about and how they're crying about something. You think?
Yeah. Because I'm getting the feeling this is not really a top-notch lawyer. This is somebody who's getting clout off of this shit. And let's be honest here, this lawyer shit is a business. They gotta advertise themselves. So.
Yeah, and also somebody's got to graduate at the bottom of their class. Someone's got to be a shitty lawyer. There's all sorts of them.
But he makes them. He said they didn't do the forensic. That's crazy as hell. That's kind of crazy. They let the cop.
Yeah, but they got the kids dead the fucking rights. They got them on video getting out the whip. Then they caught them flashing the money 10 minutes later on Instagram. Then they caught them sending each other videos about the fucking murder.
Okay, but this is about the premeditated or the process, that murder for hire or the all this type of stuff.
But they gave the other cat.
Guy. We already know
they
that.
Did.
But
they did. They gave one of them second degree type shit.
Yeah, there's no question about that. These little fucking crazy psycho kids killed him, just like the same kids. They look like the same kids that killed young Dolph. They look the same. But I mean, yeah,
they should consider themselves lucky that they're not on death row.
That's a big fact. Well, anyway, I don't know. I can't tell if this lawyer's a clout chaser or not. So, we're gonna watch a little more content. But here go EST. Hold on, how we do this? Damn, Adam. Damn, where you go? He gonna come back. Let's watch a little more because I really want to figure out if this lawyer is a clout chaser or if he's speaking like some actual real facts about the case.
Yes. Okay. So, Dr. De La Cruz did proffer to the court everything that you've stated regarding the song lyrics, the fact that Drake was throwing gang signs that were the same gang signs that Allen was throwing up in different social media posts. The court strikes Dr. De La Cruz, which is a known gang expert and well known in his field, has testified over 150 times in trials. They allowed the state to put their own gang expert, Detective Polo, which really bolstered a lot of what Dr. De La Cruz said regarding the necessity to bring out this testimony. I don't believe that it, based on Daubert, which is the case that we look at when analyzing whether an expert if it's appropriate for an expert to testify. I don't believe that was a legal call. I think it was error for him to do that and not allow us to put forth that testimony. And we put up pictures of Drake with Lil Wayne throwing up a Bloods gang sign and other evidence that Drake is out there flaunting gang ties. We put forth evidence of Hassan Ali, which is top 5, out there openly claiming on social media and video that he's Drake's shooter. And part of the theory of defense is to show, listen, even though these people are entertainers, okay, there's a gang related portion of it. There's a gang related side to it. And X's own mother testified that she knew about this, that she knew about when 600 Breezy traveled from wherever he was, whether it's Chicago to South Florida. She knew about it. She talked to him about it. So this case had more than ample evidence and ample reason to involve a gang expert.
To be clear, though, you were allowed to argue that someone else could have been responsible for this killing because you cross-examined Alan on cross-examination, suggesting that he had this link to Drake. But my understanding is you're arguing now that the trial court had put limits on your cross-examination of Alan, that violated your client's rights. Am I misunderstanding that?
No, you're 100% correct. And they did it not only with Alan, but they did it all throughout the trial.
Okay.
With Alan admitted that his father, known drug dealer, known firearms dealer, as the brief states, produced at least one of the guns that was used in this. When I asked him about his father and ties to Toronto and drug dealing, the state objected, and the judge didn't allow that question. So it was a constant battle for me to try and basically do my job and show where reasonable doubt existed. With Alan, with Detective Curcio, the problem here is also that the state attorney, on direct of Detective Curcio, which was the lead detective in the case, she asked, "Do you have any information that Drake was involved in this?" And that was before the court struck him. So whatever the reasons may have existed, the moment that state attorney opens up their mouth and says that, now he's really at issue, because now
you're opening the door. You're opening the door to that coming in.
Yes. And not only was it an issue of her mentioning it with Detective Curcio, but she asked him, you actually were able to verify whether or not Drake was in South Florida at the time. So in cross-examination, I asked, why would you have to verify if he was in South Florida? Why? Because he's a person of interest. And then I had to further ask, well, what did you do to, and I'm paraphrasing, what did you do to figure out whether he was in South Florida? He says, oh, my partner checked social media. So then I said, okay, so in a homicide case, the best that Broward Sheriff's Office has for a jury is to peep his Instagram.
I mean, my whole EST was good, bro, in the building. My whole thing is, this guy, he had a chance. How lame does he look that he failed and now he's showing us? And nobody really, let's be honest, all that Drake shit was outlandish. Y'all hear an echo? Because I do. Maybe I'm tripping.
No.
That Drake shit was outlandish. Everybody knew that. But we knew the kids killed XXX. We like, fuck that. He killed them. Lock their ass up. All that extra shit is... But he's sitting here looking crazy because the guy lost the case in his eyes, I guess, and he's really talking about what happened in the case. I don't see... I mean, it's for the appeal, I guess, but he's not the appeal attorney, so it's like... He's giving me bad vibes, what I'm trying to say, basically. I don't like him. He's crying. What you think about the point of they didn't have a gang analyst? They didn't let the gang analyst do their thing.
I think if they didn't let the gang analysts do that thing, it's because it didn't have anything to do with gang shit, and they just think that that's a super reach, and they're not going to allow that to just get thrown on somebody like that, which I think is a good thing, because it's pretty easy to tie someone in rap music to gang shit. It's not hard. It's not even a stretch, even if they have nothing to do with it. It's not hard.
Are we sleeping on Drake, though? Go ahead.
I mean, look, he's got money. He might be putting money in the street. Doesn't mean he's fucking down with the crew. He's not going on drills with them and shit, you dig? But like, yeah, he might fund some fucking bullshit weed operations or some shit.
In battle rap, we call this a reach.
He's reaching.
So it's a reach for sure.
It's a reach, bro. Because at the end of the day, them boys was following X, because he was posting on social media that day, talking about going to get a motorcycle. Then he was going to get cash withdrawn. They was on his top. I mean, I understand his daddy having ties to Toronto, but that's a reach, bro.
Damn, my thing is, who got the money to make a move quick? You got to have money. If you looking on Instagram, you see some dude over here, one of your ops, not saying, you know what I mean, if we was in that life type of shit, and you sitting up in your hood, you got to have somebody with bread that could get you to where that dude is and handle it just like that. Dirk allegedly fly private jets, this and that, make it happen. Fucking any example of that where they say it's a murder for hire, that somebody, it's rare that the kids, because those kids wasn't even from the town where the murder happened. They was from the hood somewhere. You feel me? Who gave them the bread and put them on? Like, it ain't like they was at home. Not likely, because I watched that whole case. They're not the smartest motherfuckers in the world. It wasn't, to be at home.
It
and
was
see,
no
X is over
bread.
there. Make the move and do it. Come on, some power got to be behind that.
Nah, because think about it. The boy said the guns were sponsored by his daddy. So it was stolen guns for the most part. He took it to go put in that work. If it was sponsored and was bread behind it, if the car would have been sponsored, the weapons, they would have moved a lot cleaner. That was spontaneous, and they was on his track.
They also wouldn't have done him. They wouldn't have done him broad daylight either. Plus, the bag was what he had on him. He just took 50 racks out because he said he was going to the dealership.
It was only
just
5.
pulled up the dealer.
It was only 5.
Nah, I heard he had 50.
Nah, it wasn't 05. It was like 50 in there.
Okay.
Yeah, it was 50 racks. They took out 50 racks. Yeah.
I think it's
so they caught him. They ran down on him. Perfect. It's me.
But I don't know, because I'm maybe the only one hearing it, so I guess I gotta deal with it. But yeah, it wasn't 05. It was 50. It was a 50.
Yeah, it's 50.
CST.
Yeah. Okay.
And,
sure.
and if you looking for somebody or whatever, they from the same state, I get it, but they not from the same. You know what I mean? I'm just wondering how the fuck did they get the drop and then move?
Nah, because who was he? He was killed in what city?
Deerfield Park.
Okay, so that Miami, bro, it ain't. They can trail you from Miami. They don't be sitting in the city all day. They go be where everybody else is. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
the closest city to them, I forget the fucking name of it, but it's referred to as the jungle, bro. It's fucking real rough over there.
I mean, it's but this
So
the
they're
thing
not hanging
though.
over there unless they
Drake,
from there.
he had beef.
Well, not only that. I mean, look at the video. When you see the video, right? You see the van or like the SUV stops in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
Two kids get out the back of the. They get back out the back of the SUV. They run down on the driver's side.
One go to the driver.
They both ran down on the driver's side. You see the passenger side door open up, and this kid runs down the fucking street. Like, yo, if your man just went to the bank and took out 50 racks, and you're going to buy a motorcycle, your man sitting in shotgun better be holding something. He better be at least live with the program. This fucking kid gets out of the car and bounces, and they murder his boy. Like,
And
what kind
at
of
the time
bullshit
he
is
was
that?
in that BMW, that shit that was like it just hit the streets.
The
That
I-8.
blue and white one. Yeah, the I-8. So
Yep.
You right.
bro,
Shit was
sore
hard.
thumb,
But with these
sticking
new
out.
developments, since Diddy and all this shit, the world turns upside down. People are open to these ideas now. I'm telling you. You feel me? Of the trying to figure out if there's something more deep behind this, because obviously it wasn't Drake talking to these kids, but he could give the word to this or that, and make things happen.
This happened though. Check this. In the O Block 5 trial, Dirk's name was mentioned. A couple months later, they come and get his ass. Now, if it was so much hard evidence, they would have came and got Drake. They would love to go get him.
Oh yeah, no, that's a fact. They're not holding off because like the record industry doesn't want them to do it. Like they would love to get his head on the wall for sure.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you super powerful, bigger powers protect you. But when you
true.
piss off them bigger powers, things go left.
That's
on
true.
Your ass.
That's true, but if they were going to back, if the smart money says they're going to back somebody, it's not somebody who's in year 15 to 20 of their career.
Honestly, let's be honest. Do y'all really feel all of a sudden out the blue it just went bing in the DA's brain to come at Diddy after all these years of the bullshit?
No, they stacked this shit for years.
Made the wrong enemy.
No, they
big
waited.
dogs.
Y'all there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you say? They waited.
They waited till there was blood in the water when the civil case came, just like with Bill Cosby.
Okay, but there's questions
Hannibal
about.
Buress talked about the 2006 deposition where he admitted to doing what he was doing. Then the flood waters opened up. Then the criminal case
because
came.
they wait until they have the court, the court of public opinion on their side, and then they go in for the kill. That's just
But-
normal
but-
strategy.
But this the thing though. More importantly, if you're guilty on the civil, they have a good chance of convicting you on the criminal side.
So of course, that's what I'm saying. They convict you. They already proved that you're guilty. So it ain't shit to prove If they prove that you were responsible,
So
then
as
it should
soon as
prove
he,
you're guilty from there.
soon as he settled out, that's when the gate was open. Everybody knew, oh, it's blood. Go.
But also, the feds will be investigating you. Let's say you've been robbing banks, right? Let's say you've been at it for like 2 years. You robbed like 20 banks or some shit like that. They'll be watching you, knowing you're about to rob a bank, let you run down in the bank, rob it, even kill people, get away, and then they'll use that to put you away. So they'll let you commit fucking crimes before they come and get you. Like they'll knowingly allow people to do dirty shit.
Working on him the whole time though. I don't think they've been.
I don't think they got nothing to do with Diddy. They for sure, but they've been had a file on Diddy since the '90s, in my opinion.
Let me play this real quick too, a little bit of it.
Because you couldn't expand upon this and introduce this. I want to move quickly past Drake and ask you a couple different questions about this appeal. Speaking about Detective Curcio, I understand that there's also an objection that your team has with him providing opinion testimony on cell phone data. Can you talk about?
I did that, argued it to the court, and the court, in a reaction, basically said, I'm not going to grant your motion to perpetuate testimony. Just take his depo. Let's just take it. So, okay, fine. I set a notice of hearing, went and served Drake in his castle in Beverly Hills.
There's something that you mentioned, and I want to talk about this. So first of all, there was this deposition that was taken of XXX Tentacion's mother, Cleopatra Bernard. She testified that Onfroy had this ongoing feud with Mr. Graham, Aubrey Graham, Drake. She said this feud with Graham included throwing shots at Onfroy and lyrics from one of Graham's songs. You mentioned that controversial statement that he made, if anyone tries to kill me, it was Champagne Poppy. The question I want to start with as we get into the Drake conversation, were you arguing, or is appellate attorneys arguing that Drake was a part of this killing, that he was the one who did this, or are you arguing that it should have just been allowed, you should have been allowed to present evidence to suggest there were other potential leads that law enforcement really didn't look at into this case? So again, what are exactly we suggesting? Are you suggesting that Drake had a part in it, or that just it wasn't looked into and it shows a sloppy investigation and not a fair trial?
Well, in the brief and in what I was arguing in court is the latter. We are a defendant has every right to defend himself and to show reasonable doubt wherever it may be, and to fully investigate and articulate to a jury an alternate shooter defense or an alternate, a defense where someone else, committed this crime. Am I going to sit here and tell you that Drake was holding a gun or Drake? But the facts, as they are stated by X's own mother, is that she knew about the beef with Drake and with Migos. She knew about the violence between Migos and her son, where there was a violent episode. She knew about 600 Breezy, which is a known admitted gang member from Chicago, going to South Florida and posting on social media saying that he's blicked up, which means that I have a gun, and she was concerned about it. She testified in the depot that she discussed it with her son. She testified that the reason that she wanted additional security with him the day he died was because of this beef with Migos and everything that we're discussing. So it was relevant, and for many months during the trial, January, February, even February 7th of 2023, the judge is agreeing with me. Okay, now there comes a moment and a hearing. He goes ahead and Drake hires, after the judge enters a rule to show cause, basically saying a purge date. You have to appear for depo on this day, or I'm going to do a writ of bodily attachment. He then goes and hires Brad Cohen, a friend of the show, friend of mine as well, an excellent attorney. And Brad files several motion to quash the subpoena, and he files a motion for protective order. We go back and forth, and the judge says, and the first time that Brad shows up to court, he says, you know what, I'm gonna quash the rule to show cause. He's hired counsel. You guys can communicate and figure out when this step was gonna happen. Okay?
Wow. I mean, that sounds like shit got squashed. Now, let's be honest here. When Cat Williams said shit come to light, let's be honest. When we first heard this during the case, we were like, get the fuck out of here with that dumb shit. You know what I mean? Nobody cared to even look into it. Nobody, you know what I mean? But now with the new developments and stuff, do y'all really think did they deserve the right to bring that to the courts, or you know? Because I think they did. I'm like, let's do it then. Shit.
Respect to the judge, because the judge, when it got brought up, shot it down. It wasn't substantial. It didn't
No,
have.
from what I just heard from him, and that's the guy that was doing the case. He said the judge was with it until Drake hired a more higher powered attorney, and he went and
No,
filed
this
the
is what I'm
motions.
saying. An attorney don't change what a judge do. Once the judge say they ain't trying to hear that shit, it's over with. They don't care about the attorney. More
Yeah,
importantly,
he filed the
they
motions,
worrying
and the
about
judge is like,
celebrities like Drake and Amigos, but what about the wolves? The
Mhm.
everyday wolves.
yeah, the
They
judge.
be forgetting.
Yeah, I guess you're right. You know, maybe he filed the motion and the judge went, yeah, you're right. Fuck out of here with this dumb shit, and they threw it out. But now, the way I'm thinking now, like I said, it was a different time before. But the way I'm thinking now,
But listen to
like
what
B
he's
Rad,
saying
what you
though.
think? Like,
Let me get this out right quick. He complaining that Drake filed a motion saying, "Hey, leave me alone with this shit." What is he supposed to do? Like he was like, "Yo, leave me." What was he supposed to do? Let you continue to say that you got something to do with this man killing?
yeah, no, you're right. You're right. But if you're innocent, I would send a. I don't know. That's a hard thing to
Nah,
do. 'Cause
because it's gonna
imagine,
cost him more to defend himself than to
but
just go ahead,
the superpower is protected by all kind of things that, like, oh, he
bro.
can't show up in
He
court.
not more
That affects
powerful
so
than
much
Diddy.
money, huh? Who he froze or me? I ain't freeze,
Damn,
right?
I'm glitched out.
Oh, I can hear him. Just his videos tapped in.
Be rad. The
But
superpower is protected. Yeah, Diddy, when that video came out, yeah, I understand that. But I'm talking about by just regular shit to where it's like he can't be. Diddy wouldn't be called to no damn court case or murder case if he got a big career that makes millions and millions of dollars. That'll affect the case. So then he got the fucking labels getting involved, everything else getting involved, because that affects his image and that affects a whole
yeah,
lot of fucking bread. You feel
well,
me?
that's like I said when the whole Kendrick and Drake thing went down, and Kendrick dropped dropped heat on him and was exposing shit. I told you, I was like, watch. I was like, somebody's gonna come out and like call it off and be like, okay, it's all over, because there's money behind Drake and they can't afford to lose that money.
Nah, it
And then
ain't.
2 days later, that's exactly what happened. They were like, ceasefire, it's over, great, win
But
for the
they
culture, yay.
no. But look, Drake's side ain't the one who called it off.
Yeah, no, it was
Right.
somebody who called it for him. It was a third party, but it was
Drake and them
it
wanted to
was on
smoke.
No,
behalf of
it
him.
was TD. It was Top Dog from TDE, Kendrick Lamar, right hand man, basically. CEO. He said, "Ain't no more beef. The beef is squashed. They're done and they're past that." He made that
Well,
statement.
I was also talking about how like they were going to make Kendrick stop because they're on the same label.
As time went on, shit, Drake went down. That smoke heating up and it's turning into
But
it's a
this is
really
what this.
infected.
But this is what I hate. I hate this shit, bro. Who else is participate? Who else is
Because he could
participating
have
in?
sued him way back then.
Nah,
Now he's
not the
seeing.
suing. No, okay. For one, people don't understand if I have a link to a song and it's my shit, and when you click to it, it's going to my opposition, who I'm in opposition with right now. It's going to their shit. I would sue too. But this is what I hate. He out here. He been taking lyrical phase. Everybody else got something to do. Why ain't y'all hopped y'all ass in the ring?
Okay,
Y'all
but
got
why didn't
something to
Drake ever
say.
sue nobody else? Why is
Because
he trying to
because
sue
nobody
every fucking body all of a sudden?
Because
played
nobody wants to
tactics with
smoke.
links. No, see, people don't want to get down to the root of the problem because the speculation is more entertaining. But if you
No,
was
it's not.
operating in business and you had a link and it was getting redirected to somewhere else on purpose, you would sue too.
Oh, I know. Yeah, that's true. If they say when you type in Drake's more, what is it? What's it? Explain.
A
My bad.
certified lover boy, it was some song on there, but they were redirecting it.
And
And he
it
trying
goes
to
to they not like
yeah.
us or something.
And they were also he found out where they were
That's
hiking
funny.
views and ratings on certain things too. They was calling that out.
Yeah, but the
So
thing with that is they were doing that with Drake too. That's what every label do.
you
They buy a
can't
certain amount of streams or whatever else. That's just a well-known fact. What you
nah.
mean?
This is oh my god. Since
So
when they
you
gotta
so you
put
rocking with Drake suing shit and all that. You
no,
down
no,
with all
no.
that?
This is what I'm rocking with. I'm rocking with people getting the actual context. They like to make because the speculation is more entertaining, but the context makes the whole hell of a difference.
Well, that's why you here. But we speculate everything. That's what the show's
Nah, that's
about.
cool.
We
Don't, but don't.
analyze.
Nah, I know we here to do that. That's why I'm here, yo. I understand, but I want our people to leave informed sometimes, because they just think, oh, he's
What's
suing.
the context of the situation then?
The context is, if he was really suing because he was butthurt, he would have been did it when the pedophile allegation happened. This is behind the scenes, got something to do with platforms streaming, and somebody's doing something with links and playing behind the scenes games.
So you
can't
don't
do
agree
that.
with how rich he is? He could have took the spirit of hip hop and been like, because a lot of battles went down, and a lot of dudes took real mean losses.
He's part of it. He took one with Pusha T. My thing is, everybody's so hard on him. Your favorite rapper never hopped out here in no rap battles. He's what, three?
I love the
what?
light skin power, but I'm just
At
saying,
least
man.
he
My
taking
favorite
lyrical
rappers
fades.
are the king of fucking live fucking auctions. Like they
But
kill
B-Rad get what I'm
everybody.
saying though. He out here taking
No, of
fades.
course.
Who else lining it
Of
up
course.
and losing and putting their career on the table to lose? Everybody else scared to death.
But you
And
don't
what's
agree that
crazy is
he's
both these
fucking-
guys been at it for 20 years or better. Both of them been at it for 20 years or
This is
better.
the thing. You even brought up the battles with Drake and all that. Yeah, he went through battles. We forgot about him the next day. With this one, Kendrick, a fucking, and
That's
I will
not
say
true. We
he
ain't
did a
forget
low
about
blow.
it the next day. He killed Meek shit.
Huh?
He killed Meek. That went on for a
I'm
long
talking
time.
about when he got defeated by people like Pusha T and things like that, and then he went on to be still a bigger star and make more hits type of shit.
Yeah.
With this battle, it's looking like it's really affecting his whole, because he dropped some shit. You feel me? Let's be honest here. And there was a time, and I'm in New York, and I don't know, I probably, y'all on the East Coast, so I know y'all radio station kind of follows the same kind of pattern, because I've been all up and down. But there was a time when all you heard was that fucking, you didn't hear no Drake no more hardly. Except for that Sexy Red feature. And then the thing, and it was like, that's never been like that for tens of years. And even the Billboard said for the first time in 10 years, there wasn't one Drake song on the top 10 or some shit like that.
And that's
I swear
history.
to God.
But that's
This is a real, like, this ain't no regular battle for him. And he like, wait a minute, what the fuck is going on?
But this the thing though, Michael Jordan took him 7 years to win a championship. Okay, don't nobody want to talk about them years he was losing before he got them. He's the greatest ever.
Yeah.
And he didn't
The
win
Knicks were hot
immediately.
garbage the Bulls were hot garbage when he got
Even
there
the
in the
GOAT.
80s.
Even the GOAT
What does
gonna
that
be
got to do
off.
with Drake? Drake been a hot boy.
This is what
since
I'm
he
saying
came on
though.
the scene.
Even the GOAT gonna have an off day or year or two at the end of the day.
But that's
15 years
that
straight.
doesn't correlate. Michael Jordan became the GOAT. Drake dropped and he was hot on the scene. He was a GOAT he wasn't the GOAT in the beginning, but after a while he was a GOAT for a long time out here running the game. And you feel
Yo,
me?
and it was him and Wayne. It was him and Wayne. They
Like
were running
Kendrick
the
Lamar,
game,
we was
bro.
talking about Kendrick earlier. He signed with fucking TDE when he was 18 years old. He's 42
I give
now.
him this.
He's
Is he?
going up. You know what I mean? I don't feel like you
Is he
understand.
He's my age. 42, he's my age. That's crazy.
So with Drake, he wasn't like, he stepped on the scene with Birdman, homie, and fucking Wayne as his man, and he dropped it, and he been in the cool crowd for a long time.
Well, I mean, he featured on Eminem's album 12 years ago. He did a feature for Eminem 12 years
That's a
ago.
cold fact. Yeah,
Killed
but
it.
I'm just talking about in the perceived.
Nah,
like,
you
in
right.
the
Listen,
clubs.
I'm with you, Bush. I can personally, as a Drake fan, give Kendrick Lamar the W when it comes. Even though he took him a month, which I don't like. I don't like the whole month in response.
That bothered me.
I don't agree with that.
You can get 7 to 10 days, but
Okay,
not 30.
B-Rad.
That's crazy.
Let's talk, B-Rad.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I
Because it got
definitely
stagnant.
disagree with that, because I want quality in a battle. I want some shit to come at somebody's neck. I want to be really.
See, but this the thing though. The quality is when you get time to kick back and think. In the battle, it's emotion. Let's go. Boom. I put one out.
Yeah,
now,
the battle is played with sharpened knives. Let's get at it.
Yeah,
and
but
Drake
y'all some
and
damn
listen,
battle rap fans. I'm talking
but let's
about
talk.
just. Go ahead, my bad.
We got to timestamp it. Drake he dropped a tweet and said drop. He was pushing Kendrick Lamar to drop. He kept. But
like,
you
what?
took a month. You can't take a month in a battle and come with a whole song that you sat down and structured. And this isn't. You had shit in the cut the whole time. It's like no.
If you want to be hard, if you're gonna get into it. If you're gonna get into it with somebody, if you're gonna get into verbal altercation with somebody in the rap world, you got to come next day, 3 days, a week, 10 days.
Like B-Rad said, I guess.
If you're gonna get in the studio and really go about it, and make a song, 10 days, sure.
Turncoat and how he was talking Kendrick and all this, talking about Kendrick. Now,
I'm a hip hopologist.
But hold up, watch this. Side note, because you know how we do here. Brandy or Aaliyah, who is more beautiful?
Aaliyah.
That's a question.
This
Because you're a
deja vu, or did
female,
we
we're
already
gonna
answer that
answer it.
question?
It's a little
We answered that
disrespectful
question.
because Aaliyah's passed away. Rest in
Aaliyah's
peace.
gone.
Hold on, y'all. Am I tripping, or did they ask us that question already? Please tell me they
Yeah,
asked
we
us
got
that.
asked that the
Did
other
they?
night. We got
But
asked
we
that
never
the other night.
answered it.
Yeah.
Probably don't. We
Okay,
probably
all
never
right.
answered
Oh
it.
no, we answered it. We answered it twice.
Oh,
I
we
thought I was
did.
in the Matrix just now.
I'm
Hold on.
gonna
Oh
go
shit.
with Aaliyah, of course. Duh.
Me
I go
too.
with I
EST
go with
went with
Brandy.
Brandy.
Yeah, light skinned dudes go for the dark skin and dark skin. Nah, that's how it is. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. You know, I have my. Hey, let me stop. But y'all are not taking. And EST tell me ain't no traction in the fucking in this shit. Nigga, did you look at everybody from King Act 47 to this to that? And then I'm looking now, I'm like, I think if I didn't
Just
put
the
up that
trickle
picture
down effect,
earlier,
though. Just the trickle down effect, and this is what I hate, right? Because what it really be is they don't want to be the ones who didn't report on it, but it's just
Exactly.
speculation. It's speculation, entertainment, and I hate this side of it.
but
You know
I'm
what I'm saying?
saying that doesn't go. That doesn't go. That goes against. I mean, that has nothing to do with what I'm saying about the traction and the shit. It's traction in that shit right now. Sorry to tell you, and it's
Right,
crazy.
but it's a flash in the pan though.
Listen, that's what I'm saying.
There's
Listen,
nothing
you know,
real
we
to
can
it.
find
There's no
attraction
substance.
on thousands of things that don't hold it. I'd rather get the shit that's gonna hold, because a lot of people are just there for the, oh, what's the new news? What's the tea? And I
Yeah,
hate
today
that
was a
word.
slow day. Today was a slow day, so do I. I
Yeah, of
fucking
But
hate
course.
that bullshit.
this is also kudos to academics for the power to being able to get there, and now this shit is out like this. It's a wildfire.
Oh yeah, but I swear to God, I ain't even lying. I already was thinking about this about when he started suing them big boys because we already talked about about what happened. Our speculation of which we think happened with Diddy that got the light shined on him, and just like Bill Cosby, we could keep going with even Michael Jackson when they
But the
started
only difference
resurfacing.
is they will have a harder time proving Drake out to be a villain like everybody else.
Oh,
See,
of
Diddy
course,
sullied his own reputation. They're gonna have a hard time proving that with Drake, bro.
for
Good
sure.
luck.
'Cause he keep himself nice and clean for his image or whatever. I get it, but I'm
He
not. I'm
partnered with
not
the right people
confused.
too.
And I feel like he's very hurt. He don't, that. Think about this shit with Weekend, that drama. People are dying behind that shit. Like he been in some real smoke throughout his career, real shit. He ain't no wet behind the ear little dude in this shit. He watched bodies fall, homeboy.
I
Even
mean, he from
even
Memphis.
beef in Toronto. You feel me? All kind of little shit. You probably know more about that than me, but I'm just saying, like, he ain't no little y'all. No, he ain't just an innocent artist no more. And this, first of all, if you got common sense, to be on top that long, you can't be no goddamn, fairy out here.
That's why I don't want everybody to be so biased and understand they hating Drake for the simple fact of his success and who he is. Don't hate him because of that, bro. Because y'all champion him all the way to the spot, only to be. See, we do this with Superman, Batman. They cheer you on as the hero, and then they turn you into the villain if you allow the people to do that. Even
That's
with this podcast, and they're gonna try to do it.
I don't hate Drake either, and everybody that got some type of sense that's involved in hip hop and the media, or the artists, or anybody, you should respect Drake because this motherfucker brought this shit to a whole nother stratosphere, homeboy. He brought this whole shit. We always talk about hip hop is the biggest ever. It's because of GR. We could probably single handedly say because of him. That's how crazy incredible
And let
he
me
is
add on to
as an
that.
artist.
And let me add on to this, and this is what I hate where they don't like to give him credit. He brought it back spitting. He came in the game spitting, bro. It wasn't no gimmicks. It wasn't that snap music. He was straight lyrics. If you were a real Drake fan, all them shits was bars originally. Now, of course, to reach the masses, you got to make songs. But that
we
spitting,
respected him in the East Coast early because we knew
6 a.m. in
he was a
Toronto.
rapper.
Come on, and I can go back further than that. Then it's like he was going back to back with Wayne and hanging on the track. Not too many people can even have a presence on the track with Wayne, let alone multiple songs, bro. Come on.
So don't get
Oh,
it
they were
wrong.
making it. They were making it debatable on some songs, to be honest.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, but EST trying to say this channel and us, his channel. He's saying the other half we hate Drake. We don't hate Drake over here.
Nah, not y'all.
get that
Not
straight.
y'all. Not y'all. When I'm speaking like that, it be this thing where the mass or the social media in the comment section to go with a narrative, and then before you know it, they're running with that, but you're not even You just regurgitating.
Yeah, we deal with intelligence here. I don't know if y'all could tell. We talk on crazy shit we do a lot of reaching, but that's because we analyze shit. But if you're any intelligent person and you're involved in this hip hop shit, you gotta respect Drake. That's just
And
how
this
it
is
is.
what okay. And any hip hop historian gonna tell you, you do not get 30 days in a rap battle.
Yeah,
No, sir.
no,
And if
no
you do,
way.
you
This
get
ain't
you,
no rap battle. This
it
was.
was.
This
Oh,
was
now
some
it's not a
war.
battle. Be rad.
This was a war.
Yo, I mean, yeah, but no, this didn't come close to Nas and Hove, and that shit was that was before the internet was really popping, and that shit was out
Man,
in
you said
days,
this
bro. The
don't come
mixtape
to. See,
spot.
you're one of them old school East Coast motherfuckers that like to romanticize on the past and ain't nothing better than that. No,
It
fuck
was
that.
stuff
That was
This
the
better.
was
illest.
bigger
That was the
and
illest.
better.
That was
Sorry.
WWE for the fucking rap world. That was fucking insane,
Nah,
bro.
be
That
rad,
was
man. Come on.
insanity.
Okay, well, give us another one outside of that one then.
That one sucks. Jay Z talked about
Uh,
how he did this, and then Nas dropped Ether, and it was really over. It wasn't really shit. Like Ether, yeah, big shit. Ether, but that wasn't
Super
an
ugly.
epic
They
battle
don't even
like
remember
this.
super ugly.
You gotta think about this battle, homeboy. It came from that like that. It involved Future. It involved. It's crazy. It ain't just no. You feel me? It
Hey,
ain't
you know
like
which one?
that,
You know which one was low key underrated? Nas and Az.
man. Please get the fuck out
Az
of here.
Az was nuts.
My
That was
OGs to be mad at me. My
I
big
mean,
fat. Get the
what
fuck
else can
out
I
of here with
speak
that
on?
bullshit.
The Ja Rule thing was bullshit. The Eminem
Well,
and
yeah,
fucking
okay. Now, Ja
that's
Rule and
entertain.
50,
See, but
that's
that's
a better
entertainment
example
beef.
to me.
That wasn't rap lyrical beef. That was entertainment beef.
that's
Yeah,
That's
that's
you right.
entertainment.
You right.
I like
Like
lyrical battles, bro.
this one had a different feel to it. This one was personal.
And B Rad, how
It
dare
was
you say that
personal
one? How dare
and they
you?
lyrical.
You chose
You
that one
say
over the Locks G Unit shit. Come on, bro. Are you
Yeah, but the
crazy?
Locks G Unit shit was kind of bullshit because 50 gave it up to them before they ever even got involved with each other. He said it's like all the hard ones come from Yonkers, and that's a fact.
big
And then
facts.
he
But
goes
look,
out and tries dissing on him a week later. Fuck
you
out of here,
right.
50. We don't believe you. And I've been listening to
Nah,
50
I'm
since
just saying it still went down. They
long
traded
before Many
songs.
Men and all that shit.
They
No,
traded
yeah,
songs.
but he never. You could tell that his heart was not in it with D Block, and D Block took the win anyway. My opinion. That's my
They
That
took the
opinion.
one, that
win.
one was legendary to me. I'm sorry.
It was
But you
good, but
got to
like
think
I
about
just knew it was bubble gum.
Because this is
I knew
perfect.
it
This
was
is the perfect example because the Locks were Kendrick Lamar and G Unit was the Drake at the time, bro. It was, bro, and they didn't want to get the Locks that win, but if you was back then listening to them songs, especially that one that Kiss made. Oh,
I love the Locks. I give them all the wins because
I
of
like when they
history.
kind of went at
That's why.
state property, bro. I like when they went at state property. They went against
okay.
Beanie and all them. Like
Yeah.
I
But
That
y'all
like
was a
that.
different
saying
That was
look.
my shit for the loss. I
okay,
fuck with
but y'all
that. That was
saying
my
this shit
shit.
ain't personal between Drake and Kendrick. Y'all gotta realize Kendrick was married with a wife and kids. With somebody, the biggest star in the world, say "pipsqueak, pipe down," you not, and it violates you like that, and your wife got to hear this shit on the radio, type of
That ain't
shit.
no
Drake
violation,
ain't
man,
married.
because half of these big dudes is pussies anyway. That stature shit is just to mind fuck somebody. It's a lot
Yeah,
of
but then he
pipsqueaks
had that
that
other
knock you
line.
out.
He's like, you're stepping real tough in a men's size 7 or some shit like that.
That's
I hope you don't
personal
win no
shit for a
7.
little nigga, a little
7 is
married
nasty
nigga.
work, bro.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
so
That means
yeah,
he can cop Jordans in
nigga,
all
come
sorts
on.
of wild sizes. He gets Jordans in all sorts of kid sizes and colors, like just no air bubble, but ill colorways.
It burned his soul, like we said earlier, when Drake belittled that control verse, and he was on him ever since then. Drake said,
I,
"Y'all talking about it, but who's talking about that now?"
Yeah, but Kendrick has been futuristic with it for a long time.
When you
Like
think
I
about his
like when I
career,
first
bro,
heard him. But when I first heard him, like I wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna listen to this kid all the time. But the first time I heard him, I was like, this guy's got fucking skills.
I knew he had
exactly.
skills,
I
but I
thank you for
didn't
saying
see.
that first part.
But
Thank you.
some of y'all knew him from before the Dre. I learned about him with Dre, and I was like, "What's all the hype about?" And I didn't really fuck with him.
I
I
knew
swear to
about him
God.
from Grind Time when he was K Dot.
Yeah, a lot of people do
Right.
tell me that. I'm like, oh shit. But my thing is, I didn't fuck with him, but I knew he was a rapper. I knew he was nice. That's when this game is deep. It ain't when you know what I mean. You can not like somebody and know that they nice. Like, oh yeah, he nice, but I don't really. You
I
feel me?
respect him. Yeah, that's how I am. I respect him because the lyricists who I respect him. Ab Soul, a low key dude like Daylight, who a lyricist, respect Dot. So I gotta be like, okay, I gotta respect Dot. But I've heard a lot of his songs. I don't have a favorite album or song. It just never touched me. And I give everybody who are lyricists and nice a chance. And it's just like for the longest, J. Cole wasn't doing it for me, bro. Until that album with the basketball theme shit. But
yeah. You know, I watched a couple of YouTubers on this specific thing with Drake, and you know we got to think about the straw that broke the camel back in Diddy case. It was the video of the girl. Is Kendrick the straw that break the camel back and Drake shit to where they start exposing all this little shit, and that's what some of these YouTubers were saying, and it had me thinking, but I know it was all like just reaching, but at the same time, what the light put on you, you know. It's hard to get up out of that, and Drake
But my
probably
thing,
pissed off like I can't be around no young girls no more because this nigga got me looking crazy.
but
So he
a lot
can't
of
be
people
around a little
that's
20. You feel me?
that's true. That's true.
That's
True.
personal.
But a lot of people being biased though, bro, because your boy 42 years old. At the end of the day, if y'all loved him so much, why ain't y'all been crowned him way before he got 40? Like how Drake was. They're only here because it's a fight at the end of the day.
Bars. That's bars right there.
That's the part I hate, and I live and breathe his shit, and I never heard nobody be like, "Oh, Kendrick." Way before the Drake beef, I never heard nobody say Kendrick so much in my life.
No, not at all.
Yeah, but also Kendrick is also similar to like the Locks in that he doesn't make fucking albums for the radio for too much of his music. It's
Neither
not
does
really radio.
Boy. Neither does Young Boy. He goated.
Yeah, but Young Boy's different because he's got the internet presence and it's a little different because people that listen to Kendrick are more introspective. They're not just fucking.
No, Kendrick don't get that exception because Kendrick was around when the internet era was around. He been around. I said grind time.
Yeah, but he's a spitter. He's a spitter. Young Boy, there's a bunch of bobbleheads out here listening to Young Boy.
Nah, Young Boy be spitting too, bro. Seriously,
I understand that, but
maybe so, but he's got the internet bobbleheads. He's got the kids.
Oh, we both can't talk. God damn.
What you saying?
Come on, like let's be real. B-Rad know what I'm saying. Like Kendrick got certified hits throughout his whole professional career. Yeah, from water fountains, dive, and you can't name.
Okay. Swimming pool for the liquor. Don't name swimming pool for the liquor. Give me 4.
Are you crazy? Are you really crazy? Bitch, sit down.
You're naming albums. That what I'm talking about. Name these tracks off the albums.
B-Rad, oh my God! Who's in the comments, please? Oh my God! He wants.
Okay. Slow. Be humble. Sit down. Be humble. Okay, I'll give you that one.
Kill my vibe. Kill my vibe. The game of love.
Don't kill my vibe.
Game of love.
The game of love.
Don't kill my vibe.
We gonna be all right.
With Drake, the other one.
Okay, we gonna be all right.
Right. All of us.
Now, how about this? Never was all those albums and tracks you combined can't compete to Never Was the Same. Nothing was the same.
I don't know nothing. I mean, I respect Drake.
The whole album, every track, all those albums versus that one track.
You gotta tell me what's on that album. I know the Drake.
Okay, song. It's the one where he got the skies in the background. Janine Aiko premiered on this shit with the
I don't know any Kendrick albums or Drake albums.
No, what I'm saying is all those King Kuthas and Dams and We Gonna Be All Right in swimming pools. I'll put all those against nothing. One album.
Swimming pools is fire.
Swimming pools is very fire.
Very fire.
Nothing was the same.
Very.
We could.
Listen, they had the golden flash.
Okay, if you so hot, like Sue Surf said, if you so hot, why ain't nobody buying it?
What are you talking about? The guy,
bro, for the longest.
He's a West Coast rapper. That's different.
You don't understand, I guess.
This is what I'm talking about.
Toronto's right above New York. Kendrick's a West Coast rapper.
Kendrick's been an artist for the past 10 plus years.
Oh,
the numbers and the sales don't reflect. Because if the case, they would have been buying it and putting him at the
spot. Again, because he's not bubblegum. You're not getting the white girls buying Kendrick albums up in this year.
DMX wasn't bubblegum. DMX wasn't bubblegum.
No, the little white girls bought DMX's album for fucking sure. Trust me, I tell you, I know that.
We can't always have exceptions. We're gonna let the numbers speak for itself. The numbers didn't say that.
We can't.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is like
that's because argument that ain't even worth having. But
Kendrick is your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. He's a spitter. He's a bar guy.
Power of how he murdered them. That's a plus for Kendrick. You feel me? Because you can't deny that he murdered his ass in this shit, man.
And what? I give him that. He won these. No, for one, it wasn't a flawless victory because you don't get no points from me for waiting 30 days for a track. You can't do 30 days, bro. So you get a
Yeah,
bunch
I
of
gotta
points
give you
taken
that.
off.
I gotta give you that. That 30 days is crazy. I can write a
No.
comeback in 30 fucking days.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't
I'm
do
sure
that.
y'all, whoever is an OG here, heard us have this argument before. But with
And then
this
there
Drake
wasn't a
shit, it's a
follow up with
reach.
it. It was just
Bro, if I'm
they
in a
not
battle,
like
bro, I'm
this.
shooting from the fucking hip. I got something loaded already.
Like, what
I'm
kind
not
of
coming into
battle
this
is
to
this,
fucking clown.
bro? Like,
Yo,
bro,
they say Wayne is preparing.
now
Y'all
watch
think he got
Wayne
a
have a
Wayne
chance?
catalog full of this, like
Wayne has
songs.
forgotten the lyrics to
Wayne,
his fucking
thank
hits.
you.
He's forgotten
Wayne
them.
don't
Like
have a
he's got
chance
so
because
many.
Everybody
see,
always talk, but he still performs and gets paid, bro. We look up
Oh no,
these.
no, no! I'm saying it's a good thing. I'm saying he's so barred up, it's ridiculous. He's gonna
No.
fuck.
Just the narrative. The narrative is like they'll find some performances where he did bad or was humping the air or doing
yeah,
something
yeah, I know
crazy,
that's the
and they'll try to
bullshit.
put that in general to apply that to Wayne overall.
Jay-Z probably behind that campaign, all on social media. You see all kind of dumb shit
Yeah, it's
they
like
pick
as
out every
many
those
stages he
stupid
done
things
rocked.
Wayne did,
Y'all
scrutinizing
choosing
of his shit. Yeah, they
I'm
can't
claiming
do
it
my
right
boy
now.
Wayne
If
like
Wayne
that. I'm
goes after
seeing that.
Kendrick, if Wayne goes after Kendrick, it's a shock and awe campaign that puts Iraq to shame. Like he'll fucking unload on Kendrick. That's a fact.
Rain Earth,
Hey,
Yeah,
Rain
ENT,
Earth.
you a
he will.
Southern
He will
boy.
fuck the fucking polls on that boy for sure.
Did we talk about this before? Because I swear, and Drake, I think he the same situation. As Wayne got away from Birdman and things like that, did his edge and his like did the edge go with Birdman? Because in my
No,
opinion, I'm like, I feel
no,
like
you
that. You
lose
feel
the
me?
edge when you have
And then I
millions for.
heard from an insider watching Academics or whatever. I think uh, Drake was falling back from Birdman too lately too, and look at what's going on with him. You
That's
feel me?
obvious. That's real. We I've been seeing and noticing that too. It ain't been. No, you know when it started when they seen how Birdman was doing Wayne with that money. That's when it started.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah, because he definitely didn't get
And
everything
Wayne
he was
came
supposed
out
to.
like fuck Birdman,
Now you
but I'm
right.
just saying I'm just saying the look or whatever Birdman was doing in them streets or whatever type of shit. Because you gotta remember, Birdman is a lot behind Wayne whole setup. I mean, Thug's whole setup. We know what he did with Cash Money and everything else. We know all that. We all look at
Oh, so you
Birdman
saying
for
they
his
not
rapping.
giving
Yeah,
him
he
credit for
can't rap,
Rich
but he
Gang?
made hits and he made stars. He made a lot of
Yeah,
fucking money, whole lot of money.
and
Now,
they got rich.
So
Unlike with
they
Diddy
not
and all
giving him
his fucking
credit
celebrities
for
didn't make shit.
mhm.
they not giving him credit for Rich Gang.
You really think there's a connection between that? Like, as Birdman faded back, like, all right, homie, now these niggas is in all kind of shit.
But look, Birdman tweeted that I'm gonna make them respect us. He tweeted Drake, Lil Wayne, and Nicki.
But
And
Birdman is a
you know
Yeah,
blood.
Birdman don't tweet.
Kendrick is a blood. Birdman is a blood. If Birdman was really close to Drake and like that, this shit wouldn't. You feel me? That's what I'm talking about. Politics is a motherfucker. I think
yeah,
as
but
they all
Wayne's Pyru though. Wayne's Pyru. He's not a blood.
that's
Same
bloods.
thing.
That's
Same
like
thing.
blood. Same
Look,
thing.
I'm not a fucking outsider. You don't gotta explain it to me, but I'm just saying when it comes down to it, Pyru is Pyru and blood said.
But it's
It
the
is
thing.
different. Yes, they are associated, but there is a difference.
If you hop on the Paru ass, you might as well hop on the blood ass. They're gonna come with
You
it.
can hear a
So
lot of songs with Wayne saying blood. I'm a blood. I'm a blood.
I'm
Don't say
very well
pop.
aware, but I'm saying Whack 100 might have something very different to say about it. That wouldn't me.
but Wack
Whack
already said
coming.
listen, Wack said it's the same thing. He said it's the same thing.
Trolling ass motherfucker.
After a fucking hour.
But nah, because I was being honest, like, because the Southern, when you down south, because I call myself a Southern boy too, because I was born there. But you get the feeling, you get the vibe. So I'm asking you, how did you look at Wayne since the he got away from the Birdman, the gangsters, the rich gang, all that type of situation? You feel me? Did you still keep the same? Like, do you bump them? Did you still play his music as much?
Bro, yes, sir. I got so much of his shit I still run back to this day, bro. It's just like it's so nostalgic. It don't make no sense, bro. Like Wayne is like how the lyrical world look at Eminem. That's how I look at Wayne.
My
Okay.
favorite album from him, and this is crazy. Like Father, Like Son.
Carter
I'm an
3.
We talked about that, bro. We talked about because that don't die on that shit. Come on, bro.
Don't die, gangsters don't die. Like and there ain't a bunch of songs. I bought my first key from a over here hustlers
I
over
would
here
say like
like
Carter 2, or that
yeah,
shit
but
with Money on My Mind because he got that hustler music on there, hustler anthem. You know, it
fair to
was.
say. I would if I was on an island and it was Kendrick or Drake, or Wayne, I might say Wayne because of all the hits that Wayne got that's in my fucking
But this
growing
the
up, you
thing
feel
though.
me? Like all in my DNA basically. But if you're
Yeah.
talking
Yeah.
about battling and this new era, because one thing about Kendrick, like I said, he started down here under the ground where we at right now, these YouTube streets, and he came all the way up with the same people, same label, and went to the fucking top. That's fucking
That's a
crazy as
fact.
hell to
But this
show
is why
you
I can't
the
go
type of
him.
dedication and determination. And it kind of make you wonder, like, damn, did he plan this downfall for Drake? Is he like really like saying fuck? You know what I mean? I'm about to destroy him like Ja Rule. Because it's like
And he
something we
didn't get
could
his
never
start.
imagine.
And he didn't get
Even
his
with Ja
start
Rule,
on
we never imagined
Nickelodeon
that
with an
happening to
agent.
him at the time. What you say?
I said, and he didn't get his start with an agent on Nickelodeon and all that shit either. Like
Yeah,
he
authentic
just
But
fucking
you're.
came up.
career.
I'm sorry, I can't give it. Listen, I'm sorry. I'm a real hip hop
I knew that was
historian.
gonna
Listen,
piss you off.
every artist who was a spitter and a real artist, they give you commercial albums, but in the meantime, in between time, we hitting you with these series of mixtapes while I'm releasing this music. Kendrick never did that. Jay-Z never did that. You know what I'm saying?
But
So
you
a lot
That's
know,
of people.
true.
Kendrick had mixtapes before he dropped like 4 or 5 mixtapes before his official album came out.
4 or 5
No,
mixtapes.
they weren't mixtapes. They were like EPs and shit, weren't they?
Yeah, he didn't do
Nah,
mix.
he
And,
called them
and okay,
mixtapes.
listen, let's give him 4 or 5. 4 or 5. That's it.
Yeah, that's amateur numbers. Look at what Cam used to
What
put
you
out. Look
mean?
at the
What you
Locks used to
want him
put
to
out.
do?
Bro,
I
I'm
want
talking
him to
But
get
look
about
at
like
his
fucking Jeezy
career.
and put out like real music.
even
His
Jeezy did
career.
it. Jeezy, you'll have a whole mixtape of songs you never heard. He'll do it until the album comes. It's just like
Yeah.
mixtape after mixtape, like the droughts, the no ceilings,
Yeah, you're right.
the
But you know what's
No
squad.
the
stealing,
illusion?
nice.
Wayne came out. Wayne Block is Hot probably went platinum eventually, but it was gold, for a long time and everything else. Kendrick, we looking at it. Kendrick, all his albums are platinum. They came out and blew up. Every last
I
one of
just
his
don't.
certified real albums. Dead
Yeah, but
ass.
there's
You
so
can look
many
it up.
bitches. There's so many bitch ass people that consume fucking music
Where's
on online today. I don't really
where's his
count today's
What
numbers.
does
I
that
don't
got
count
to do
today
with it? I'm talking
where's his
about,
Ghost in the Machine
huh?
mixtape
because
wise?
I'm saying like if everybody had to go to Tower Record and buy his album, is he fucking doing the same numbers? That's my question.
Oh yeah,
Ver-
And
you're
I'm
right about
seeing
that.
and I'm
My
seeing
bad.
Kendrick, but I'm saying if
Good
you got to
point.
buy the album,
Yeah, you're right.
these
You're right.
motherfuckers ain't doing shit compared to people back in the day.
It was a different game back then. You're right. You had to really be hot to even go gold or think about going gold or platinum. You got to be the fucking yeah. You're right. Be right. My bad. Good ass point.
Platinum. Uh,
I mean, we gonna kill that shit about Drake. I don't think he's behind that dumbass shit. I don't think he that stupid. I give him more respect. You feel me than that. But I did want to explore it and hear what this lawyer wants to say. He probably made some good points, though. Some of that shit should have been admitted, I guess. But
the
I
one thing that was
digress.
getting me that whole time, I was kind of quiet about it, but the one thing that's getting me the whole time is how they're talking about how X had beef with Migos, but then I remember
Yeah,
when Migos, when fucking
Migos.
when what's his name got
And
clipped,
Drake
when
didn't have beef with Migos. That he blew them
Offset.
up.
I mean, take off.
no, but he deaded them. He deaded them on social media when fucking Takeoff got clipped. He was like, I want nothing to do with nobody.
That's
It was just
but
weird.
that I'm talking about from that Versace to that point. That was like damn near a decade and a half.
Oh yeah, no, of course. I'm just saying it was just that's all I just kept thinking of was like, damn, like he had drama with these cats, and then like Drake's name got brought up the
It wasn't
second
even because of
that.
that. It's because they were going at Jay Prince, and that's Drake right hand man.
Yeah, no, they were going
So
because
it's a conflict
of
of
the whole mob
interest.
ties thing.
It's a conflict of
Yeah, no, of
interest.
course. Yeah, no, it's a
Yeah,
whole clusterfuck.
yeah. A lot of coincidence, hip hop beef. XX was probably trolling, talking about if I get killed, it's Drake or whatever type of shit. And really, he's the type of dude. He a young kid, and as I watched him and listened to some of his music, He probably vindictive enough to say, "I got real smoke out here." So, and I'm gonna blame it on Drake right now if I do get killed. Type of shit.
But his
I don't know.
Plus, these kids that got him, they probably seen that post and were like, "Yo, we should go get him now." You know, within a few days or a few weeks of that post, and that makes it look a lot better.
His
I don't know.
You got
generation
someone
was
claiming someone's going to
anti.
murder him. That's a good time to hit somebody else.
That's a big reach.
But listen, his
What do you
his
mean?
era-
If you had someone that you hated and you went on their Instagram and they said, if somebody murders me, it's so and so, and you were really about that life, you wouldn't go and get them right then and there, especially
But
with
in this
evidence
case,
from
they
that
was not
person.
like the kids hated XX. They was getting a bag. They didn't care about him. They got
Yeah,
the
no,
alleged.
of course not.
his era,
Of
his
course,
era
I'm just
was
saying it was a good time.
anti-establishment at that time. They were against anything that was that. If you peep his whole era and how they came in, and he was a smart dude, but they were like emo rock rap. You know what I'm
Weren't they
saying?
like SoundCloud rappers to start with?
It was like SoundCloud, but they were anti-establishment.
Yeah, they were like sad boys, like fucking
Hey, y'all remember that
like
rapper out of
goth
Brooklyn
rap.
named Sean Hamilton or some shit like that? What was his name?
Sean Hamilton, Charles Hamilton, who
Charles
got slapped by the
Hamilton.
girl,
Yeah,
Brooklyn kid. Yeah,
yeah.
he's a lame.
Remember,
I'm
they
just
projected
playing.
him to
I'm
go
just playing.
big.
I don't know him.
Remember, he had a big deal and all that. I don't know what the hell happened to him, bro.
Man, his ass is out of here. We about to be out of here too, shit. But yeah, like I said, man, Drake. Let's drop them rumors. But you know what we do here? We gonna talk about the bullshit. Put the light on the bullshit. Shout out to all the bulls and shit. Angel Hall, if you ask us that question one more time. But anyway,
Yeah, with your bot ass.
And you dating yourself.
we good?
Yeah,
y'all?
for real. Like Aaliyah's been dead for fucking 20 years. No disrespect,
Hey, don't be
but like, girl,
disrespectful.
fine and all. Yeah, I'm not being disrespectful, but
Nah, I'm
but
just
girl
saying
been
she
dead
was
for
dating
20 years.
herself.
We can
Yeah.
get something different. Yeah, like that's like
That's like
like
asking
who do you
about
like
shag
better?
carpets.
Yeah, I was gonna say Marilyn or
But I think she
or
said
one of them James
Monica
Manfields.
before. I think
Monica.
she said Monica and Brandy, if that was her. It might
No,
not have been her.
it was
Might have been
Brandy and
another.
Aaliyah. No, it was Brandy and
Oh, for
Aaliyah
real?
because I remember EST went with Brandy, I went with Aaliyah, and somebody else went with Brandy too.
Nah, if y'all wouldn't have said she wouldn't have asked that, I would have got the fuck off because that was deja vu. It was just too real for me. Like I could have swore she just asked us that.
The second I saw it pop up, I was like, "Ah, this is a Russian bot."
Anyway, y'all, we out of here. Peace.
Peace.